Hello, Mother. This is Half Mental, the show that's 90% baseball and the other half mental. I'm Yadier Molina.
Okay. Bear with me. I am.
Oh, man.
I'm the Cubs W flag.
Oh, where'd he go? He took the week off. This flag took the week
Here
off.
I am. Here I am. We'll see you next year.
Cheers. So the Cardinals and Cubs played a...
Sorry. I don't know if I can handle that.
So the Cardinals and Cubs played a set in Wrigley.
Yeah.
And for the first time since 1921, the Cardinals swept a 4-game set in Wrigley.
Yeah. So they were all great baseball. I'm sure you have so much to say about it.
It was amazing. Yeah. I don't even know. We won every game by 1 run. The teams had the same number of hits. Like, the stats are unreal.
You might even... But I know for sure that...
3 of the 4 were in the 9th inning or later.
Yeah, 3 of the 4 games, the Cubs were either tied or winning the baseball game going into the 9th inning.
Yeah.
Which is... Like,
it's unbelievable.
I don't know. Like, if you've ever felt like you had it out for the Cubs or something, like this was almost something I was like, oh.
Yeah, I mean, I almost felt like too bad
for it. I know, like this is too much.
I honestly don't know. I don't know how you're a Cubs fan after this weekend. Like, I'm kind of serious. Like, I don't know what you're doing.
They've had some pretty rough endings to seasons since the World Series. Obviously.
Yeah, there was a very interesting article today. I want to say it was on like SI.com or something. Madden and Bryant and maybe another guy or two talked about like the pressures of being 24 and already at the top of your profession and like how hard that's been for them to maintain.
Yeah.
Which is sort of interesting that they've spoken so openly about it. Mm-hmm. But fuck them, right?
I mean, yeah, I can't really sit here and be like, oh, I feel so sorry for them.
Okay, so I think there were 2 main storylines to the Cardinals and Cubs series. I believe that one of those was Yadier Molina's greatness.
Yeah.
The man's he's crazy.
Yeah.
He's throwing guys out. He's guiding our pitching. I mean, Jack Flaherty pitched amazing.
Yeah, he was lights out.
Michaelis matched Darvish.
Michaelis.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's hitting tying home runs. I mean, he's amazing.
Yeah, he's amazing.
And
who did you guys play before the Cubs? It was at home. It was maybe the Nationals?
It was the Nationals, and we won 2 or 3 from the Nationals.
He made just a play on the game I think that you guys lost. Just a play that was just like, oh, God, I love him so much.
We beat Scherzer and Strasburg, and then went in and swept the Cubs.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so yeah, Yadier Molina was your first point.
Here's my second point, and this is me maybe trolling a little bit, but it is... It's the Cubs, I think the right way to describe it is like performative grandeur. So Anthony Rizzo was like maybe not coming back this season.
Right.
And then 15 minutes before game 1, it's announced that he is their leadoff hitter and starting first baseman. And it's like, oh my God. I mean, John Smoltz was like talking about the legendary comeback of Anthony Rizzo. And like, he was maybe healthy to play. That meant that there was some update before 15 minutes before the game. But like Joe Madden, or I blame it on Madden personally. He can't help himself. No, you limp around today and then we'll get you out running drills, and it'll be so exciting. Nobody
Right.
will know. And also, Rizzo was not really able to run the bases and play defense. He hit 500, but there were multiple hits that got through the infield because he couldn't move to his right. And then him pinch hitting Baez in the third game, right? That was the Saturday game, I think.
Well,
he pinch ran one game.
Sighting, I think
he pinch ran.
I think he may have come out like in the Thursday night game.
That might have been his pinch run then.
Okay. Yes, that's right. He pinch ran in the...
Which, pinch running is a whole different thing.
Yeah,
he's got a broken thumb.
Right, in the game that tied it up.
But then he came in
I forgot, so yeah.
He came in the ninth inning against Carlos Martinez and was just totally overmatched. Mm-hmm. And again, but it's just like Madden's like, he's just so clever, right? It's like, no, I'm going to pinch hit Baez. This will be great. Nobody will expect it. And it's like, well, that's because he's got a broken thumb. That's why nobody's expecting this thing to happen.
Yeah. And maybe it's just like a total win-win for him. He can be like, well...
yeah, it's like, oh, you put your best players out there.
An 80% Baez is much better than a 99% anyone else we have on the bench or whatever.
And if Baez hit a home run there...
Then Joe Madden...
then it's the genius
might have a
of
job
Joe
next year.
Yeah, I mean...
So I think, assuming that you're caught up...
It's pretty good, yeah.
I think that there's... You got to think now, as a fan of the game, of anyone, especially if you're a Cardinals fan, I think that the World Series is...
Is that the next goal?
That's got to be like... I mean, I just think it's theirs to lose at this point. Like, they're the hottest team in the National League right now.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. The Braves have continued playing pretty well. I mean, the Dodgers had a rough week, too, right?
The Dodgers have a rough
Just a rough,
month.
yeah.
They've had a rough month. We should be at like 120 wins right now. No, I'm just kidding. But no, yeah, we're I'd say at the worst point of our season.
Yeah.
With a week to play. It's great. It's really awesome. I love it.
It feels so good. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's good to, I don't know.
I just feel like I could just see it working out for the Cardinals. Like, they get hot, they maybe have a tough first round against the Braves in advance, and then the Dodgers don't even win a game in the division series. So now you're playing a war-torn Nationals team and the CS.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's possible. It seems crazy.
We had a loyal viewer, fan of the show, friend of the show, ask for World Series predictions. And what he probably doesn't know, or maybe knows, that we do that before the season.
Okay.
But I see no harm in doing it again.
Okay.
And maybe even within this episode.
Okay.
Because next week we're going to film and the season's going to be over.
Yeah, so our next filming will be after the regular season is done.
We're going to shoot for Sunday night, but it might be Monday night.
Did they still make it? Are all the games Sunday day games, though? All games Sunday start at 2 o'clock. Between 2:07 and 2:15.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That is cool.
Good for them.
Okay. So, would you like to do playoff predictions, World Series, and playoff? Or no? Are you not excited?
Let's do them next week.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's let it shake out. Because lost, at least in my world, in the excitement of the Cards-Cubs weekend, the Rays and Cleveland and the Athletics they're playing some baseball, man.
Yeah.
And one of them's going to miss the postseason.
Right. I watched Cleveland a little bit last night, and they were just Puig.
Puig won the game last night, right?
Yeah.
Man. I actually saw that, and I was like, oh my God, Cleveland has Puig.
I know.
Like, there's so much going on.
I want them to make the playoffs so Puig can do awesome stuff in the playoffs.
I know.
And I mean, I like Cleveland overall, too, but, like, now it's more so, like, I just kind of want to see Puig continue being, like, an elite
awesome
postseason baseball player.
Yeah.
Okay. So
it's a weird. The Yankees have lost Dylan Betances in the last week.
Right.
And Domingo Germain. Is it Germain? That's how I would
I
pronounce
think
it.
they say called. I think
Is
they
it just
say
German?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll just cut. He beat his wife in public and is on administrative leave.
And-
I don't know. Just stop doing that, guys.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And
In
Yeah,
the
it
presence
should
of
never-
a Major League Baseball
it
official.
should never happen. But you should maybe make sure a commit like an MLB.
It was at CC Sabathia's event.
Oh, really?
Yes. It was
Oh
a
my
team event.
God. Wow. I can't imagine.
Don't idolize people, guys. I don't know what else to
That
tell
is
you.
crazy.
Yeah.
So I mean that really.
That's a big deal.
That
He was
really
the most
hurts him.
successful starter through the season. He had like
Yeah.
18 wins, which you can say wins don't matter, but he was out there 18 times.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, I mean that's a big one. I think that really changes.
Oh, except Stanton came back and just murdered some baseballs this
I
week.
know, I did see that, and I was like, "How is this team so good?"
And I went back and
have
looked.
this guy.
I mean, I know he came back and he got hurt right away and all that. He had like 37 at bats this year.
Yeah,
Coming
he
into the
barely
weekend.
played baseball this year.
And like he could just carry their team through the postseason if he's like rested
yeah.
and right and
Yeah.
is like, you guys, this ball goes further than the ball last year. We should
Right.
hit it far.
Yeah.
Like,
He could like catch Aaron Judge home run total. Corey Seager was the NL Player of the Week this past week.
really?
Yeah,
Why? What did he do?
he had like a bunch of doubles and some home runs.
Cool.
But I guess pretty slow week overall for the NL.
Not a lot to choose from.
No, he's been good. He's heating up, which is great.
Yeah.
I do need to talk about Hyun-Jin Ryu for a second,
Yeah, you do.
or as I like to call him now,
Home run Ryu.
Babe Ryu.
Oh, that's better than the one I did. Good job.
Did you
That's
hear
nice.
Joe's call? Joe
No,
Davis's
I
call.
didn't.
Oh my God, you haven't heard? Okay, so there's two things you need to listen to. Have you heard the Korean call?
No, I haven't.
Oh my God, what is wrong with you?
I've been watching. This is a true story,
I
actually.
didn't know how to break this to you, but I kind of felt like the Hyun-Jin Ryu home run, like, sort of overshadowed what the Cardinals did this
That's
weekend.
ridiculous. You said, what have I been doing? I've been watching Cubs broadcast and radio calls of all the backbreaking plays of the weekend because it's
That's
hilarious.
I bet that is pretty
There's a
funny.
Twitter guy, Van Hinkelstein. He's a Cards fan, and he always posts the opposing team's call of our like big
Yeah.
plays, and it's hilarious.
That's awesome. And there's probably, what, like 6 of them from the
There
weekend?
were like 14 of them.
You missed it.
I think no, I didn't. Damn it.
So Joe Davis and Oral Hershiser were talking about Ryu homering. They're like, this would be a good. Nah, this
No,
would,
no,
They're
no.
like, you know, they like outline a better time for him to have done it. They were like, this would be bobblehead worthy though. And then he hits it, and Joe Davis just goes, "It happened! It really!" He's like up on the table, like
That's
screaming.
awesome.
And then he says Hyun-Jin Ryu. So
Nice.
I did. That wasn't. Or he says Babe Ruth. Sorry, Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth.
So that wasn't
Totally
that
original.
wasn't me. But it was just awesome. It was an awesome
That's
moment.
cool.
I'm kind of like, is that what we needed? Did we just need him to hit a home
Yeah,
run?
maybe. Everyone's just been waiting for Hyun-Jin Ryu to hit home run.
I think so.
There's only one way to find out.
It was the last game. It was the last home game of the season for the Dodgers.
Yeah.
And I went to LA last year and saw 3 games, and the final one I saw was the last home game of the season for the Dodgers. Ryu started it.
Oh.
He gave up like 1 run, and he went 3 for 4 or 2. No, I think he went 3 for 4.
Cool.
So he really likes to hit in the last home game of the season.
Nice. Was he in relief, or did he start the game?
He started.
Okay. Cool.
So yeah. What else?
So during the offseason, the Cubs renovated their visitors' clubhouse, and the Cardinals got to celebrate clinching a postseason berth in it this year.
Oh, that's cool. That is cool. Did you see
They had a
the?
very scaled down celebration because they've got work left to do.
Yeah.
They didn't clinch. They're waiting for the division, I think. By the way, I'm just terrified. So the Cards have 6 games left. And we can go 3-3, which would be good, or would be fine. It would have put us at 7-3 over our last 10 games. And the Brewers can continue not losing baseball games and win the division.
Really?
I got him that time.
Nice. Really?
Yeah. So I'm terrified that that's going to happen. We're going to end up with like...
Who do the Brewers have left? Are they playing the Cubs right now?
They're going to go... They've got the Reds, I want to say. Which the Reds can put up a fight.
Don't you guys have 3 more against the Cubs?
Yeah.
Oh, so I guess they could like flip the script on you pretty quick.
No, the Cubs are all but... The Cubs are
No,
eliminated.
I know, but
yeah.
like...
they could take the
They
division
could take
back
the
from us or
division.
something.
I mean, you've got...
If they have any spirit left...
No, I mean,
if they have
I think
a will to live.
Maybe the reason why I saw this because you liked it, but like someone tweeted out today that the Cubs are just like letting the field get rained on.
Yeah,
like,
they were. Which is amazing, actually.
Yeah, they just didn't even pull out the tarp or anything.
Yeah, so it was raining a lot yesterday. They like sort of almost didn't get the game in. And then the grounds crew did not tarp the field after the game, which you would do if you were expecting to have a home game again this year.
Right.
But they're like, nah, we're not. It's over.
We're not gonna make
the playoffs.
Which
is awesome.
God, I hope Richie doesn't watch this show. I don't think
he used to.
What was I gonna say? It was about. I have a play of the week this week. Not that we're there yet, but I do.
Oh, good.
I know that I wanted to talk about the Cardinals, which I think we did. A little bit about the Dodgers and how concerned I am.
Did you see Dallas Keuchel outfitted his teammates in some awesome Braves like warm-ups?
I heard that he couldn't confirm or deny it.
Yes, he was being sort of cheeky about it.
They were cool.
They were very cool.
So that's actually what I was going to say. Did you see them celebrate their clinch by hanging out in the waterfall?
No, I didn't.
There's a waterfall like beyond the center field wall at SunTrust.
Okay.
And they partied in the clubhouse for a while, and they went out to the waterfall.
Cool.
Which is cool. Reminds me of when the Dodgers celebrated in the Diamondbacks pool.
And all hell broke loose.
Years ago, and the Diamondbacks still hate us for it.
Yeah, that was so funny because the Diamondbacks acted like there should have been like an assumed respect for their pool that's in the outfield, which is so funny.
Right. There should be like unwritten baseball rules
about the pool that they have in the outfield.
Yeah. It's like if you clinch at the Trop, you like can't pet the stingrays.
Come on. They've got a little thing planned for Paul Goldschmidt. He's having a little homecoming tomorrow.
Really?
Tonight. It's tonight. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they play tonight.
Yeah.
Tonight's schedule is
we start at 8:40.
So boring.
So our game just started.
You have like the only. Well, I guess the Nationals are playing right now. I had that on before I came here.
Yeah.
But like, I was like, oh, there's going to be a lot of meaningful baseball on tonight, even though the Dodgers don't play. And I turned on. I checked out the games. I was like, oh, I guess I'll watch the Cardinals later. Cool. I'm watching the Cardinals a lot lately.
Yeah. Did you see? I don't know if we have any Royals fans. They're not a very vocal bunch. Ned Yost is retiring.
Yes.
Ned Yost actually has a very interesting career. He had a lot to do with like the Brewers young guys coming up that then helped them turn into have like a pretty decent run. And he won the World Series with the Royals. Like,
yeah.
It's actually like a really good career, which I don't know that I would have guessed until I like just dug. It didn't take much digging, but it was like, oh yeah, this guy's obviously a pretty good manager.
Right, and like with all due respect to the Royals, but
I forget they won the World Series.
Taking that franchise to the World Series and winning it
is a big deal.
In the last 20 years, I feel like is a big deal.
Yeah. Did you hear who they might replace him with?
No.
Mike Matheny.
Oh my God.
Isn't that awful?
Oh my God.
I hope for Royals fans' sake they don't do that. It's just terrible.
I feel so validated by that. By saying that, taking the World Series and winning it in the last 20 years is a big deal, and then you saying that's
they're going to hire the dumbest person available.
Yep. I sometimes wonder, like, should I just get involved with baseball? I'm not saying like, oh, the Royals would hire me, but like that's just what people do. Is they're just like, yeah, I want to.
This guy's been around.
I just want to like get involved with baseball, and then they end up being like, years down the line.
Yeah, you start getting jobs you don't deserve.
Right, yeah.
I mean, that's the deal, right?
Just fake it.
That's the dream.
Yeah.
We're all just trying to get jobs we don't deserve.
It's so true. Pixar, if you're watching this. I'm just kidding.
What else? Astros clinched their division.
They did. There was some funny shit going on in their clubhouse, I noticed. There's some personalities on that team for sure. They're all smoking cigars.
Yeah, I saw that.
I just could do without, or I don't really care. But it's kind of the first time I really saw them all smoking cigars. I am a big believer in these celebrations. Like, it's a long, grueling season. We just record a show about it once a week. And
we're exhausted, guys.
But, like, I think they absolutely should celebrate. And I do think they should celebrate every single victory, too. Like, not... I mean, at this point of the season.
Every stage that they pass.
If you win that one game play-in game, hell yeah, you should celebrate. Arguably more so than you did when you got into the playoffs. Because that game is scary. Anyone could win that. Anyway, sometimes you see people like, is it really necessary to do it each round?
Yeah.
Totally is.
It is.
And this is a big one.
Yeah. Should we do plays of the week?
Yeah, I guess so. What?
Nothing.
Does your play of the week involve a team that we just talked about?
Probably. I don't even know if I have it narrowed down.
Oh, okay, I've got my play of the week then.
Okay.
Really hard not to give it to Babe Ruth, but we talked about him. My play of the week goes to the middle infield of the Anaheim Angels. Wait, Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Yeah. Did you see this?
I don't know that I did.
Double play off the bat of Yordan Alvarez.
Cool.
Up the middle. Second baseman diving to his right, like full extension, like kind of snow cones it, and from his belly, glove flips it to Simmons. Simmons turns super fast double play.
Nice.
It was just awesome. It was textbook.
Cool.
One of those plays that makes you be like, oh, God, I love baseball.
So the Cardinals had a couple instances. Colton Wong left with a little strain in his hamstring, I think. So they had Tommy Edman playing second. Mm-hmm. And like on those double plays, you need guys that have done that 1,000 times together. There was a play or two where like Edman and DeYoung just were not in sync. And they're both like good defenders.
Right.
But like Wong and DeYoung have done that 1,000,000 times, you know?
Yeah.
So it was interesting.
That is interesting.
So good for whoever you just said.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll let them know.
Gosh, I just don't know. I think I'm going to give my play of the week to Matt Carpenter.
Home run?
Yeah, who had the pinch hit home run Thursday, right? After Carlos Martinez blew the save.
Yep.
And Carpenter's not having a great year. And actually, that was the home run that was like, maybe we can pull this off somehow. Maybe this all works. I don't know. Like you got to win games you don't deserve to win all the time.
Yeah, good teams find ways to win.
Yeah. It's great. I love seeing those guys celebrate home runs and stuff.
Yeah.
It's great.
That was an awesome series. I was, I guess it was the Thursday night game I watched. And it was like the first, like, edge of your seat game. Like, it felt like I was like, okay,
I know.
the postseason's here. Like,
yeah. And I'm never...
Me in preseason just like, oh, it's back.
I'm never prepared for postseason baseball.
Yeah.
It's so stressful. I think it's how you watch every game. I think, just to be clear.
Yeah, I brought it. I think I might have said this, but I brought it up the other day. Like, it was a couple weeks ago. And Am was like, playoffs are kind of sneaking up. And Am was like, oh,
God, you're the worst during the playoffs.
I thought I had more time. It was pretty funny. That brought up a point that I really wanted to talk about, and we don't have to talk about it long. Show's over, but...
it's not over yet, guys.
Are there any good closers this year? Especially in the NL. I mean, like Yates or whatever for the Padres is pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know.
But he's going to be watching from home. I know the Nationals don't have anyone.
Jeremy Frank on Twitter, MLB Random Stats, posted, his question was who is going to record the last out? Or what pitcher is going to throw the last out of the World Series? And did you see my answer? Russell Martin.
He's probably our best.
I actually thought it was a pretty good answer.
Yeah. He might be
I could totally see a crazy series.
Right.
And like game 7 is in the 12th inning, and it's like, Russell Martin doesn't allow earned runs, guys. Just put him in.
Yeah, give him the ball.
Who else are you going to give it to?
Kenley had just another horrible game. It was really it was a
I
really.
still think you guys have enough.
We do.
Arms to make it. It's just somehow you're going to have to like ditch Kenley.
So
I don't know.
I can't remember your name right now, but if you're watching, you commented last time about more of structure to the show. It's definitely something we're considering.
It may not be evident tonight.
Right. It might happen next season because I do think it's a great idea. And you sort of inspired me to like try and structure this show, and I didn't do it. But this was one of my big topics because the Kenley Jansen blown save, the lack of good closers I've noticed in the last week or so.
Craig Kimbrell isn't one.
Exactly. It's just like it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Kenley, and he still gave up 2 runs and like 4 base runners. So it's not, but this game is definitely one of those like, okay, robot umps. It's time for robot umps.
Yeah, the Cards and Cubs had a handful of them that were just terrible.
Kenley threw a pitch that would have been a strikeout, and then the next batter ended up flying out. So it literally would have been the ball game.
We didn't even talk about the balk against the Cardinals.
Oh, yeah.
Oof. That's another episode.
Yeah. Anyway, it's time for robot umps. I think it's just,
I think there is. Yeah, I think it is.
And maybe robot umps is an umpire with a. That's probably what it is.
Yeah, that's what they're doing it in the Arizona Fall League
right.
this year too, and they've done it in the Atlantic League or
but
whatever.
With the way I've seen some of these umpires behave lately too, it's like maybe we should just have a fucking robot ump.
Yeah,
like,
just build a robot and put him back there.
Like Dave Roberts got thrown out of his
I want
first
an
game.
anthropomorphic robot. I want it to look like, and I want it to look like Joe West.
I want it to have like this sort of like over exaggerated like pivot and strike call thing that makes
and then
it
comes back.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
Dave Roberts got thrown out of his first game all year the other day, and either they had a mutual understanding that was going to happen because Dodgers Twitter was getting very upset about it, or like. I guess Dave Roberts said the word cracker, and it really upset the.
Oh, interesting! I haven't heard that.
That's one thing I saw on Twitter. I have no idea if there's any factual
That's pretty interesting
basis behind that, but it was the quickest.
Just a quick hook.
It was a low ball. It was out of the zone. Dave Roberts had every reason to bark, and you can't hear what he says at all, but he barks, and then it's an immediate ejection.
Yeah.
So I was hoping that if Dave Roberts were to get thrown out in the last 7 or 8 games,
it would be awesome.
It would have been some like really dramatic thing, and then the team rallies. The team actually did rally. They scored 5 runs that inning, but I thought it'd be this whole thing.
Yeah,
and it was just this like
quick
ball. You're out.
Hey Dave, if you're watching, just comment below what happened. Just fill us in.
Let us know, Dave.
We just want to know the answer.
Shoot me a text.
Okay.
All right.
Cheers.
Done for real.